And we're back. And we're back. Get rid of that one. Oh, lights a bit weirdly positioned. Is in the way for me. That's good for me. All right. So, I have decided to move on in life. Because this splash thing, I've talked about it before. It isn't really super duper for me. And kind of my whole plan was to do some Soul Fighter designs, practice some design work. And then I just kind of roped myself into this whole splash deal. So, since I'd like to not do that, this is gonna be all we're gonna get in that direction. So a quick summary for archiving reasons. We did this. This is my proposal for Soul Fighter Tahm Kench. He looks like this. He's got gem inlaid grills, glowing eyes, a roulette coated barbel ring. He's got 3 sevens on the top band of his top hat, and dice for cufflinks. He's also got this slot machine necklace, and a big focus on teeth as a motif. His clothes have got torn edges and belt buckles and chains. He's wearing a waistcoat and a huge jacket with large visible seams. Yes, that would be my idea for a Tahm Kench Soul Fighter design. Still keeping sort of his gambling roots, but also introducing some drip. And then once we had that, I went ahead and did these 4 thumbnails for a splash. These are splash thumbnails, right? Ideas for a potential splash. And I even went as far as selecting A here before I realized, well, and working on it for a little bit, just in value form, before now realizing that, well, the streams are my free time. I don't want to be in my free time rendering day and night, just rendering, when it's the one thing in art I complain the most about. So, this is where we're gonna wrap this one for now. And then we'll move on. We'll move on to a new one. And I gotta figure out, that's the first thing we gotta figure out today, is what champ will we be doing? What champ do we wanna Soul Fighter rework? Come on, come on. Okay, fine. Let's go here. And of course, this requires me to know what champs have already been Soul Fightered, so I don't retrace any steps. League all Soul Fighter skins. And if you guys have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them as well. I might be a little bit more picky. I want to resonate with the character pick this time. I did last time too. I like Tom Kench. I might be the same amount of picky this time. Okay, they have Evelyn, Shaco, Jin, Viego, Gwen, Lux, Samira, Pike, Set, and Nefiri. So none of those. But this is not all of them. This is Cap, because there's also Irelia and Nyla. So that's... I can't use that resource. Yeah, and Draven. Irelia, Callista? There's a Soul Fighter Callista. Don't do Lux, don't do Nidalee. Or maybe just in Legends of Runeterra, huh? Oh, she's cool though. Don't do Shaco, don't do Viego. Xin Zhao already has a Soul Fighter version. And Yasuo. So none of those. Other than that, we're open to suggestions. What's the new chick, Yunara? We could do a Soul Fighter Yunara. Make sure that's not a thing already. I don't think it exists yet. That could be cool, that could be cool. And then at some point, inevitably, right? They'll come out with one, but I mean, if we just need like a design exercise for a couple streams, we could do a Soul Fighter Yunara. Shit, do I still have the... Do I still have the pilfered... the downright stolen layout? I think it would be here. Man, I gotta get my files in order. I'm still in switching between cloud solutions hell or purgatory. Which is bad because right now, because I messed up something, I have folders that are named the same thing in both of the cloud services that I use or have used. Yeah, need to fix that soon. Yes, I do have the pilfered layout sheet, and some type. Because we could kind of start with that then. I also need to figure out, if we're gonna do Soul Fighter Yunara, I need to figure out what her deal is. Because I've got no idea what her deal is. I just know she's like the new chick. Okay, there's her splash. She's Orb Lady. She's Syndra. She's Senyatta Syndra. Yeah, it's fair. At some point, you run out of new types of weapons to put on people. Transcend oneself. She really is Senyatta Syndra. She enters a transcendent state for a period of time. Cultivation of spirit is activated for the duration. And then she upgrades her abilities, but... Oh, I see. There we go. And then it's like her orbs have faces? Yunara lore breakdown. Ionian, sealed in the spirit realm for centuries, sacrificing herself to contain the darkened glaive. She was awakened by the spiritual magic. Her title is Unbroken Faith. She serves as the modern day Kinku's Fist of Shadow. Kinku Order member, Darkened War, Awakening, Return to Ionia, Vow of Harmony, Unbroken Faith. Yeah, and then there's this. So this is the splash, right? Let's look at it together. And the front orb here has like a face on it. It's got a little Gnar face. What else she got going? 2 colors of hair in braids with like tassels on them at the end. I like the hairstyle a lot. Could I get a Yunara design sheet by any chance? Official Yunara design sheet, that could be cool. That could be tight. Gotta admit, I don't super see it happening. Is she in the model viewer? She is. She is. Yes. Amazing. Okay. We'll be sticking to that quite closely, I think, then. Oh, that makes sense. The orbs are like a little dragon. That's cool. That's so cool. I hadn't seen. Okay, okay. Well... Let's think. She's like a religious icon in lore. I don't know that I'm gonna play on that very much. I think I'm just gonna like freestyle some cool Harajuku fashion and then call it a day. That feels more like something I'd vibe with. Just dress her up in some cool fashion stuff. I have this one idea for a cap I really want to use. It's probably not even like that good an idea, but I want to see it. I want to see it happen. Okay. I wonder if I should mix up her color scheme a little bit. I see that happening in like a good bit of the other Soul Fighter skins. Like Pike is not purple, gold, blue, and magenta. These aren't Pike colors. They're Soul Fighter Pike colors. yeah. What I like to do sometimes with purple is contrasted with lime. Which lime is what I call chartreuse. Or like, I guess a little bit before chartreuse actually. But it's like a very, very warm yellow green. And then maybe, I wonder, maybe we could make purple the accent color. I don't know if that's gonna work, but it could. Oh, and she definitely, yeah, she needs a lot of like weaving, layering in the fabrics. I think we can I think we can find some fun in here. Add a dark accent maybe. We'll figure it out. But that definitely feels fun to me to, so we still use the purple color that's in her base design. But yeah, we just use it as an accent color instead of as like a dominant one. All right, I will save this idea in my riff doc. Is that the reference or the art? That was the reference. That was official official League of Legends splash. Yes, yes, yes. That is reference. So this is, once again, this is Yunara. This is the new League of Legends champion. And I'd like to do a Soul Fighter skin for her. Like we've done with Tahm Kench here. This is the art. This is original art. Yeah, I'd like to do a similar thing like this with Yunara. That's the conceit for today. I kind of wanna do like a bit of warm-up sketching first. Just so that I've drawn like something today. Well, not today, but this evening. I have drawn something today. It's been a couple hours though, so I'm feeling a little bit cold. You know what I should do is I should do like an overlay. Like literally just something like he's getting distracted again. He's getting distracted again. I hope this will be quick. It's just because, you know, that's a misunderstanding you want to avoid as much as possible. Reference. Oh. Reference. Oh. Like just do something like that. And then export that, and then we can put that up on screen when I'm looking at reference. Add an element here. An image source. Oh, my bad. Well, gets the job done, right? Then anytime I'm just like exclusively looking at reference, say right now, I could throw this up there and then everybody knows. Okay, cool. Back to the task at hand. Warming up. Turn the reference disclaimer off. Oh wait, that's a cool shirt. That's a cool cut for a piece of clothing. It's like a high t-shirt with cutouts for the shoulders. A high sleeve t-shirt with cutouts for the shoulders. That's cool. This could probably work for Yunara. It's crazy how one can spend all day in a graphic software like Clip Studio and still feel out of practice drawing. Probably just a warm up. Probably just need to get going. How's everybody's day been? Mine was good. Had a light workload today at the internship. So spend some time just kind of recuperating, running errands. And then the the reason I was late today was calisthenics. Climbing yesterday, calisthenics today. Maybe maybe working out is bad. It makes you late for stream all the time. Maybe I shouldn't work out ever. Maybe I should sit at home and be a shrimp. Yes, yes, yes. I guess photo reference, there's no problem showing on stream. That's like a clear. Oh, you didn't draw that. I had a chatter this morning. I don't know if they're still around. Who it's like the art sphere seemed foreign to them. And I said, like, how did you end up here? And they were like, well, I'm just like exploring content. That's fair. But it was such an interesting, like, I don't know. It's a little funny to end up on my channel, on my stream here. Little guy just drawing, doing his thing or whatever. And then we talked about like, oh, what are like some good artists? And well, oh, there's Kim Jung-gi, of course. Everybody knows Kim Jung-gi. And then they were like, oh, I don't know that guy. I don't read manga. And I'm like, cool, that's cool. Or watch anime. That's cool. It's also interesting how that's the foreigner now. Like these days, the person who doesn't engage with like animated content or like the nerdier forms of media, that's the odd one out now. That feels like a newer development to me. It also very well might be the case that I'm the one who's out of touch. Like, what do you mean you don't consume art? Art is like the world, it's everywhere. I just kind of feel like it is, though. And that chatter, I mean, they did watch like movies and stuff. Play video games. So, I mean, they're not more of a unicorn than that. There's like a UK flag on this bag. You think normal people don't pay attention to the extent that they know the names of artists? No. But, okay, you got me, you got me. But this felt like more than that. I don't know. I don't know what was going on in the person's head. But I brought up Kim Jung-gi, and then they Googled his work or whatever. And then we're like, oh, I don't watch anime. I don't read manga. Which, I don't want to dog on them too much, but it's just like it feels like quite a small world that when you see like stylized artists, stylized Eastern looking art. To kind of go, well, yeah, well, that's not part of my world, you know? Like, oh man, I'm really strawmanning them. I'm really strawmanning them. I'll stop. I'll stop. Drawing so hard, you guys. Okay, one more warm up. One more warm up, and then I'll try to design. But obviously you're very, or well, not obvious. You're very based for pointing out that no one but artists know the names of artists. That seems very true. I like this stylized upper mass with like the rib cage sort of opening below it. It's something I got from the TB Choice studies. I still need to figure out how to properly use it. And like what to include in it. And where to cut it, what to cut off. But once I get there, it feels like a good like construction shape to be able to use for your figures. Because I've been drawing rib cages for a long time, but you know, obviously you don't see like constructing rib cages for most of my figures, but you don't see the entire rib cage. Obviously, when you look at somebody, you might see like that bottom corner of the ribs, a dip in the middle for the xiphoid, and then that far corner. Yeah, gotta try that one more, but I think it can be, it has potential to be very useful as like a form conception system for construction. Crazy how it can be so much harder to just draw like a head-on pose than one with tilt and dimension. Maybe that's a me thing because I just don't practice like head-on poses very much. This guy's doing like a really edgy pose. Oh, my bad. Oh. All right, man. It's hard to be a Nisa man. No, I transformed the background. Okay, wait. We'll just find it again. Like I accidentally moved some of the background because Clip Studio has this great function where you can move several layers at once. It also just means that you can move several layers at once when you don't intend to. Okay, let's do some shapes for a character, for a Yunara Soul Fighter idea. First, I'm just like getting some base to work off of. And you know, theoretically, maybe I should be designing in like A pose or whatever. But it's not like that important, and I kind of like designing with a pose that has some attitude. if I can. If I can find that. Oh, I see. Oh, of course, it'd be the inside too. That's not a very clean shape. It's closer than what I had, though. And then what was her hair shape again? It's like... like that and some braids. I don't like this arm. Let's try it again. Heyo, hey Themios, how you doing? How are you doing? Did you have a good day? Do anything exciting? Not me, at least not really. All good, finishing the day with some chilling. Yes, yes. Me too. Me too. My weekdays are a lot of like, it's just kind of work internship and then it's like a workout and then my stream. How am I today? I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. You're a real one for that. Little long day, but not like devastatingly so. Just like a. My camera froze. Still? It's looking fine in OBS. Oh no, wait, stream froze. You reload. Everything's fine. And now this arm is bad. They're all bad forever. Okay, let's... Yeah, we good. Sick. Let's reference then. Let's problem solve. So I draw all day basically? Yeah, well, I'd also do the workout. So no. Also, a lot of the internship work is most of the time it's like rendering or like moving shapes around a little bit because the client didn't like them. That happens a lot too. But you know, the drawing task is like this big, right? And then it's like color value positioning, and then it's like, well, that's not how it works. Because for this entire space, you might do some drawing, but then it's like rendering at the end. I am arting most of the day though. This is true. And I'm not complaining. Don't hear this as complaining. I'm just describing. Okay, so now we look at somebody who good, and then we go, why good? And why me bad? And then the art kind of fixes itself, no? How's the communication so far? I send in the work. Sometimes I'll get feedback from an in-house art director, and sometimes it'll go to the client, and then I get written feedback from, yes, either the client or an in-house art director, and then that's rinse, repeat till the image is done. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, it's like pretty good. I am doing it. I am doing it. Yes, it's really nice. It's and from here it's just like micro adjustments to what do I use the streams for? How do I make sure that like my sleep schedule is good? Yeah, from here it's just little things here and there. I mean, provided the internship sort of rolls over into something work related, that could be really cool. That could be very exciting and very cool. She's got to be like fit, no? She's like a sacred super monk type of character. Yeah, she's muscular. Sneaky tricep. Yeah, what are you up to these days? Still a Tiki project? It's funny how that's just like my favorite hand gesture. Did you apply for the internship or did they find you? No. I applied. I haven't heard of like a company finding somebody for an internship. They might find you for like a job. Maybe it happens. I just filled out a form on their website, which is like crazy that worked. And then she's wearing some sort of like geta. I think that's the term. I think I'm kind of like a G. Some geta. Of course, that could be like chunky sneakers for the Soul Fighter design. Yeah, I filled out a form and that was enough. Oh no, you haven't touched it in a while. Right now you're just studying and doing Jens Art Challenge. That would be Jens Claessens? That guy? The Jens Art Challenge. Or that could be Jen. It is that guy. Sick. I'm so smart. Holy shit. First the Geta and then I nailed the name on the guy. What can't he do? Is that nice? What kind of challenges would that be? Oh, she's got like several braids. Like character design challenges. Right? He's like a character guy. I know of him more than I know him. And know of his work more than I know his work. So for this month, it is color study, 1 portrait each day. Oh, cool. That's pretty sick. He's like raffling $100 at the end. At the end of a month, maybe $100 for your work at the end of a month. That's crazy rates, man. Maybe we could do some of those on stream. Steal your money. Steal your $100 guaranteed raffle money. Instead of doing it for free. It's something out of nothing. Yeah, yeah. No, I see. I see. Well, but also, you're not doing stuff like that for monetary gain. Well, not immediate monetary gain. You're doing it for future monetary art gains. You're doing it for improving your chances to land a future job. No, or just for art gains. Just like for the sake of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No one's in there like, oh, I really hope I win the $100 or I'm gonna be so mad. It's gonna have been a waste of time. Started right now, you're looking for work? Yeah, cool. Maybe I'll join. It's nice to have like a bit of a study community. It's also just like, well, the odds that they're studying the exact thing that you want to study can be quite low. The children, the pets, sisses. I just had an unpopular, intrusive take. But is it kind of me, or is it kind of crazy to call yourself a cat dad, or like a cat mom? I know, no, it makes people happy. Don't yuck people's yum. I'll stop. I'll stop the take. It just feels like I'll continue the take. It just feels like you can be like a cat owner and that's cool and you can love your cat very much. But if you want to think of yourself as like a dad, go be like a dad. That's within your sphere of possibilities as well. I know you're doing it jokingly as well. Like you specifically. Man, designers are so smart. Look at how recognizable this head silhouette is. That's crazy. Well, it's not crazy, but it's good. It's good work. And then we just gotta figure out how do we streetwearify that? How do we Harajuku Soul Fighterify that? It could just literally be a belt. Yeah, yeah. I say that ironically, but it's hella gonna be the solution. That's so dumb. It's like a high heel. She's wearing like a high heel on her head. No, I gotta. Just the hair. More belts and shit. I don't know how I get a horn shape in like a Harajuku street fashion setting. Could just be the hair. Like headphones? Could be headphones. We could get away with that. And just literally make it a belt strap because it's right there, right? It's right there. Yeah, so I really like the idea of those online art study groups. And maybe they're actually kind of goated and I would gain like I have a lot to gain from joining them. But I just feel like, yes, there's this thing where it's like, well, you don't know like telepathically what specific thing I need to study and work on right now. Or like the art group doesn't. So it would have to just like randomly align my needs with the needs of the group. There's a way to find something creative to stick there in the silhouette. We'll have to play with that, see if we can find like a something cool to make up her horns. Okay. Table lowering time. Oh, that's nice. That's sort of your incentives aligned, your interests aligned with the group. I think for me it's like when I can, I really like to study like super specifically and be like, oh, I noticed today when drawing that I have trouble with how I draw like the medial epicondyle of the elbow. And then I'll go, let's look at some elbows and some medial epicondyles and try and figure them out for like a day or two or like a couple hours. And then hopefully I'll have a specific knowledge gained that I can then use. And I just like that model of study, I think, enough that the study groups are actually a little bit tricky for me to get them to work. For me. It's definitely nice and better than nothing if you can use it as like a motivator. Like if it's like either you don't get yourself to draw or do any work, or you join up with like a group, then it's like huge gains, right? Okay, now we take this base, we like copy it, and we work some bigger shapes over it, taking into consideration angles and shit. Her design and general shapes. Weaving cutout pants. I'm just gonna find a reference for this. This is not what I wanted. Tech pants. That's more like it. Because she has a lot of like weaving patterns in her character design. She really is like a perfect opportunity for some of those like techie pants with like many cutouts, fabric, pieces of fabric that weave in and out of each other. Is this for a new? Yes. A new Soul Fighter fan skin. I decided that I don't want to do the full splash after all for these projects. Because the idea was for it to be like a design exercise. So I ended the Tom Kench one here. I have this, I have that, I have that. And then maybe I'll like work on this one enough to make it like presentable or whatever. But yeah, I'm not gonna be doing. Oh hell yeah! Well, thank you. Well, thank you. They look awesome. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I was kind of roping myself into more and more doing the full splash, but decided against it because I don't want to be rendering that much in my free time if I have control, and I do. Yeah, so they serve their purpose, exactly. I did the design bit, and I did the thumbnails, which, apart from drawing, Those are the two next things that I care about the most in art. Angle. Guess you can't really see that much in the silhouette. Indeed, they serve their purpose. Yeah, so the idea behind taking on the Soul Fighter skin designs in the beginning as well was to practice some design and some thumbnails. So it's kind of like a big win for a guy named Jacob. For a guy like me, it's kind of a big win to be able to leave the design. So this would be, I don't know if you know this lady, but if you do, I think this might fix it. Is there anything else that you need for her? You need this. I think that's the recognizable silhouette. Provided you know her, I feel like. It's the new champ. It's the new champ. Yes. Yunara is her name. No. I don't play either, but I knew there was a new champ. Okay, let me just really quickly implement the pants that I wanted. This means we need to pick a shape to be the long shape. Maybe we can do twice. So small shape at the top. Big and medium, or medium and big. We'll do medium and big. Get that nice tapering in the sizes. And then these incuts are supposed to mean something. It'll all make sense in just a second, hopefully. It's like you're supposed to go like, yes, like that, and then like one more time. Go get him, go get him. Grab 'em biscuits. Dip it all in mashed potatoes. Nugget in a biscuit. Give me a sec. There's still some math here. There's still some math I need to do. The math goes like... Well, not technically math, but you know. It goes like that. It goes like this. And then it could go like that. And then we just want it like on the front of the leg, so we gotta liquefy some stuff. Dip the nugget biscuit covered. No, dip the mashed potatoes covered chicken nugget biscuit in the barbecue sauce. Yum yum gimme. That's how it goes. What? Dip it all in mashed potatoes? Nugget biscuit, nugget and a biscuit? Darkness, then redness, then whiteness, then boop? What sorcery is that? Yeah, what sorcery is that indeed? Humana. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna solve the last bit yet. I'm starting to feel like it's always better to not explain those and just like move on. Cause then it seems like you have like a bunch of esoteric knowledge, where if you explain them, it's like, oh, I get it now. He's not so interesting after all. If you don't explain them though, you seem like a crazy person. And like a bit of like a meme sorcerer. Yeah, keep him guessing. Yeah. Is it a left hook? Is it a right hook coming from the left? Is it gonna be an uppercut? Am I gonna sneeze at you? You don't know. You don't know. Where's the hand coming from? Okay, let me get in. I think it's gonna be easier if I just put in the intermediary shapes first, or like the gap shapes here. And now I want the mirror image. We want the mirror image. Yes. So you would go like that. No. Give me a second. Like, no. Yes, he's a genius. It also creates this nice atmosphere where there's like there's an in space to be. There is an in group. If there's shit esoteric knowledge that isn't shared with the uninitiated. And then like all of a sudden it is something. It is like something to be like a Jacob viewer. There's a certain set of references you know, and you've researched on Know Your Me. There we go. He's doing the math. We're so close. We're so close, gang. Man, whoever came up with these pants first, I don't know if they, what I will tell you is if they drew them first, they're like spatial awareness geniuses. But I'm also thinking that there might be like a, or did I just straight up? There might be like some easier medium to envision these pants in than through like a drawing from scratch. I don't know what that would be though. I don't know how you would reach this conclusion. More naturally. And maybe it's just me. I just always get like confused when stuff weaves in space enough. It's like, what's going on here? It's not helping that this is like the exact same color as the background. Nope. Definitely not what I wanted to do. Sicko mode. And then I have a problem because, well, maybe it's not a problem. Maybe it's exactly good because I just have like an overweight of black right now. Yes, King, go off, go fix your sleep schedule. Have a good one. Sweet dreams. Get those C's. Get that bag. Sleepy face emoji. Yeah, man. Go off, go get him. There we go. There we go. Something like that? Yes? Yes? And it's like almost syncing up too. There it is. Look, she's got weavy cool techie pants now. They might be a little bit too busy. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. But now the shapes are in there for that to happen. And some of her recognizable shapes are kind of being killed right now. Probably need to fix that as well. Anyway. Beep bloop bleep Bleep. Loop. I'm kind of considering too, this one's maybe a little bit crazy, but making 10:30 the new standard end of evening stream, it's just a thought for now. Nothing's happened yet. It's just a thought. But that would help me get that sleep schedule in check. Get that sleep schedule working. Okay. Oh, I wanted to have a cap. Fuck's sake. Half of the point of picking like a lady character was that I have this idea for like a fashion cap that I think is gonna look cool. So I'm gonna have to modify her silhouette with that. This is important. This is important. Cap. Maybe you can guess what's happening on this cap. But that's only part of the design. That's only part of it. This will go in Twitch, it'll go in League fan skins, and it'll be Unara 1. More weaving shapes. She's got a piece of jewelry on the front. I think we should keep that. How much of it do we need to keep though? That's the question. If I look at like Nyla base design, how different is that from the Soul Fighter one? Definitely quite different. Soul Fighter 1 has that eye motif. It's nowhere in this in base Nyla. Well, that to me means room to play. I'm like, maybe we could do like straight up just like a big sipper. And I know like Pike already has the sipper motif. But so what? Kind of so what? Yeah, I think that's what I'll be going with. So what? And then the other sort of big fashiony idea that I really want to use for this one is, oh well, maybe that's too many. Maybe that's too many. We have weaving patterns. Nah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's torn edges. It's mainly because torn edges are a big feature of that one cap design that I know that I want to do. I was walking in the local park the other day. A while ago, actually. It's the... I don't think this person exists, but if you're like a Jacob Stream deep cut knower, you can track the stream where I got this idea, or the day where I got the idea for this mythical cap that I'm talking about, because it's the one where I went home from a walk in the park and I was like, guys, walks in the park are the best thing. You gotta take a walk in the park, you guys. That was because I had come up with this specific cap idea, and I was like, there's a whole as character design in here in this one accessory idea. Okay, and so we're gonna use the torn edges up here as well. Yo, Jojo, of course. Jojo, pose. It's going well. It's going well. We are doing more Soul Fighter fan skins. This would be my the start for like a Soul Fighter Yunara is the idea. Which is the new, if you're not in the know, that's the new League of Legends character. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Where's my... There you go. We have a proof of concept. I don't know if you caught any of this, but this is my Soul Fighter Tahm Kench. And then I did some quick thumbnails as well as like I did some thumbnails for that. And this is and that's the scope of the project. I don't take it to a full splash. I just like end it here and then move on and try another one. Oh yes. Soul Fighter is a skin line based on like streetwear, fashion, Harajuku fashion, and it's probably my favorite League of Legends skin line. So here we are doing that. It's kind of like my favorite design aesthetic. I don't think that's like an exaggeration. Like modern streetwear fashion, pushed concepts and ideas. Very graffiti, yeah. It's definitely close to that space. Very street, very hip hop. That whole sphere of design is is like my favorite aesthetic. So now we're trying to do some more work in that. It also came around because I wanted to kind of try and build like a design comfort zone. I'd love to have enough of these ideas, concepts, motifs in my visual library, or just I don't think I have a and never mind. Have enough of them in my visual library that I could potentially kind of like sketch in this aesthetic at one point. Because I don't think I'm quite there yet, and I would love to be there. So that's kind of the hidden agenda behind this project assignment space for me. Is, man, it would be nice to have like an aesthetic in which I am comfortable sketching, doing like design sketching. Just off the dome, you know, just off the dome. Give me sipper, give me a sipper. Show me other ways that sippers look. There's that. That's what I wanted. Oh. Man, the trap of the spacebar. The trap of the spacebar in PureRef being bound by default to zooming out. It keeps getting me, man. Wait, no, I'm doing it wrong. Yes, I'm doing it hella wrong. I don't need this. Maybe we can just do it on the one and then just warp it into place for the other one. That could be sick. You need to be offset. And then, well, I guess, and I don't know if this is ideal, but the reference does this, right? Where it's like, it's a series of ellipses hooking into each other. And maybe you do just need that for it to work. Maybe they could be like a sharp shape. No, they couldn't. No. One side could be a sharp shape. That's a possibility. What I really wanted, yeah, I really wanted like something like this to work. And maybe it does. Could that read as a sipper? Let's just try it. Let's just try it all the way to the end. Not quite, right? It feels sort of zippery. Doesn't quite feel like a zipper to me. Then we're left with this. It's just so kind of noisy and boring. So plain. Fine, have it your way. But I think I will insist on having the little hook, no? Or is that stupid? Should I really just... I think I will have to concede that that is the most zippery shape that meets my goals of not being like the same noisy shape all along the length of the zipper. Or all along the width of the zipper, I guess is my point. Like there's a bigger shape, and then there's like a smaller shape, then there's like a bigger shape and a smaller shape. It's a more appealing back and forth than the classic tok 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 tok. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna be doing this. And then I kind of want to make the metal stick out a little bit more. There might be a more elegant solution for that, because this ends up being quite detailed. Anyway, for now we'll roll with that until we find a better idea. And then just kind of, you know, just kind of liquefy it into place. They call him the laziest concept artist the world has ever seen. He doesn't care. Let me think. Let me think. So for the color scheme I had planned out, there's supposed to be like a lime that's supposed to be the suppose the dominant color. And that's gonna actually be quite bright. Not this bright. Nowhere this bright. Nowhere near this bright. But it's gonna be my light value. So that's a lot of torn edge. Otherwise it would have to like transition out of the torn edge, or just one side. One side could have a torn edge. Oh, right. We were fortunate enough to run into this specific cut of clothing in my warm-ups. We're gonna hella use that. In this case, it's a cropped long sleeved shirt with cutouts over the shoulders. That kind of works perfectly for what I want out of this design right now. Might change. But there it is. That's so whack. Why, Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yes. Yes. Then I wanted lime to be the main color. Purple to be an accent. Gold to be the secondary. Okay, okay. We need more sipper shape. We need more sipper. Here. Okay. I like the ideas we have in here. I think there's stuff to build on still. But there's definitely fun stuff in here already, if you ask me. Which is nice. That's great. That's a good start to have. I don't know if I'm gonna gold trim these entire pants. Maybe just like one of the colors. Cause like something like a trim, like a colored trim, if you do it everywhere in your design, again, it just becomes like a bit of noise. But if you're a little bit more directed with what you put a gold trim on, oh, it becomes like an interesting accent. Anyway, this will be okay. Just let me just one more thing. Just one more thing before I go. I just want to see if I can like apply the hair color really quickly. And that we would do by leaving a space for the face. a space for the face, but otherwise taking this entire shape up here. We're so close, I swear. We're so close. You're gonna be that same color by default. Gold here. Gold zippers. Some of the accent color on the cap. How much I still need to figure out, and in what shape I still need to figure out. Yeah, don't know exactly what to do with that yet. We'll figure it out though when we do. Like with the colors and the shapes. And then also, I want it just like gold accents in the hair. Cool. Now I would say I have all the major ideas that I have at present in this design. And then we'll get more ideas. We'll figure out the rest of it. But these are the things that I kind of know already that I want out of it. And then we just work with it and refine it from there. There's still some things that feel quite awkward to me. But that is what tomorrow's stream is for. Tomorrow's stream is for figuring out those things that feel quite awkward to me. Until then, thanks for checking in. Thanks for hanging out. See you in the next one.